Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Mommy Sai, and this week we are here to discuss my 9-week bump date. Currently, I am 10 weeks and 2 days pregnant, and let's just jump right into it. So as far as size and development, all of Munchkin's body parts are intact. His or her eyes are about to fuse shut for the next 4 months. So that's pretty interesting. We've actually made it to the 3rd month of pregnancy. So I always reference my pregnancy in weeks, so it really feels extra pregnant when you say it in the month terms. So yes, we've made it to the 3rd month. I technically have another 2.5 more weeks until we're out of the 3rd month. I believe on August the 3rd I will be 4 months pregnant. So yeah, what else is there? We've again made it through that dreaded first trimester, and as you guys know, since you've been following me with all of my bump dates from week 4, that it hasn't been a walk in the park for me. I've had that morning sickness, which I am happy to say, knock on wood, hooray, I didn't have any morning sickness at all this week. I did have a little bit of indigestion, like after I ate, like if I eat too fast, that happens, a little bit of belching, but nothing that's like an episode or that's nauseating. Munchkin is about an inch long now, and this week Munchkin is the size of a southern pecan. Really funny story, I just could not find a pecan, like southern pecan, like in a shell, like anywhere. So I don't have anything to compare it to, but if you guys think about the strawberry it was last week, the baby's just actually stretching out a little bit more. So that's really exciting. And as far as the symptoms, this week, oh my gosh, I have had dry lips. I don't know, like they're moisturized now because I have on like lip gloss and layers of stuff, but oh, I find that I have to moisturize my lips more often because I'm taking in less water. Like after 10 o'clock at night, I just don't drink as much water, so I don't have to make as many restroom stops in the middle of the night. So in turn, my lips are dry, and then when I wake up, I find that I have to exfoliate them even before applying like a moisturizer and before applying, of course, makeup. So yeah, I did mention before that there was no nausea this week at all. I suffered from my own new little acronym, and it's called EOD. And what that is eating on demand, okay? Munchkin ain't here to play. Munchkin wants to eat when Munchkin wants to eat. Like, I don't even know if I can decipher if I'm hungry or if my baby's hungry. It's like, I really don't know. Because, like, I could not even be hungry and my stomach is growling. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, an increased appetite, eating on demand. I have to stop what I'm doing right in that moment to get something to eat. And if I, like, order from, like, someplace, then I'll just keep, like, a snack in my bag or, like, you know, something that I can just munch on, like fruit or something. I am looking down to reference my notes. Let's see, what else is there? Constipation has lightened up this week, and I will explain why when I get to the items purchased. It's going to be very interesting. One main thing that happened during week 9 is, as you guys know, I previously mentioned that we've moved on to our own OB. So we were able to meet our OB when I was 9 weeks and 4 days, and the appointment was more so set up as like consultation wise, like I guess just to acclimate ourselves with each other and just to get to know each other. So it wasn't what I thought. I thought I was going to go in, give him my medical records from the fertility center, and just have a sonogram. Oh no, I was wrong. We talked about medical history, we talked about gestational age, and you guys, if you are going through IUI process or you're being released from a fertility clinic and then going to your OB, it's really important to have your medical records, your genetic screenings, your donor, if you've used the donor, their genetic screenings. Please remember your dates. I know a lot of people get that pregnancy brain, and then, you know, you're 3 months in and you get to this doctor's appointment and you just forget everything. I was totally on point, so it was a really good consultation, so to speak, with the OB, because he's like, wow, you're pretty versed. You know, the first thing he told me and Taisha, which threw me off, was that because of my advanced maternal age, which is 35, it's not classified as any other risk but age. But when you are advanced maternal age, you are to be getting your sonograms done by a high-risk OB. So although this OB will be delivering my baby, he will not be performing any sonograms for us. And it's like he did explain that, God forbid, if the lawsuit came up, if he couldn't see something that the high-risk OB could see, it's really important that when you're at advanced maternal age that you visit with a high-risk OB. I also found out that I will not be delivering at a county hospital. Instead, we will be delivering in a private hospital, which is more intimate, and I really, really like that because he delivers out of a private hospital, the same hospital that I will go for my sonograms, and I am scheduled to go between 11 and 13 weeks. So again, I was like, hello, she needs to see her baby. But there's a way and a process in which they do everything. I'll probably be seeing between 11 and 13 weeks, and we'll probably do another scan between 16 and 20. It's not going to be that often. The doctor did explain to me there's no reason to do an excessive amount of sonograms. So that actually made me feel comfortable. We asked a lot of questions. He asked us questions. And he was just happy to know that we were versed on our cycle and basically, what we have planned for the future. When you sit down with your OB that's going to deliver your child, right then and there, it's a relationship. You guys have to click or you won't feel comfortable having him or her deliver your baby. So having that consultation style meeting really comforted me like a lot. So I wasn't even that upset that we didn't get a sonogram. So that was the main highlight of week 9. I have been high energy. Fatigue has definitely slowed down. It could have a lot to do with the placenta picking up. And I think this week the yolk sac should have disappeared. There's no need for it anymore. The baby will be getting the nourishment from the placenta. And so let's talk about items purchased. I know I mentioned earlier on in this video that the constipation has lightened up. Of course, during the day hours, I do drink a lot of water. And then my wife has, she has the herbal, the organic, all the remedies. So she told me that this yellow dock root tea is very, very high in iron, which a lot of pregnant women don't get a sufficient amount of iron. So I've been drinking this organic herbal tea, which is good for women who are pregnant, along with this Alvita dandelion root. Again, this is also an herbal supplement. We can't have caffeine. I don't drink coffee. The yellow dock root, believe it or not, is really reminiscent of a coffee bean. So I don't put sugar in these things. I was able to have a little bit of a spoonful of agave, which gave it a little sweetener. So to be honest, having these two made me feel like I drank a cup of coffee, even though there's no caffeine and it's totally safe for both me and baby. Subsequently, I was able, TMI, to pass the bowel movement, and again, it's just been my remedy. And so, I'm very happy, but you can't overindulge. 1 cup of this tea together. What I did was put two tea bags together, and that's how I had it, but you can't have more than 1 cup a day. So that has been week number 9. You guys be sure to come back and follow us for week 10. Just to give you just a quick little heads up, next week, well technically now, baby is the size of a kumquat. So if you know what that fruit is, we'll definitely be able to find that at our local market. So I'll be able to do a size comparison for next week. Apologize for not being able to show you guys the pecan, but Munchkin is doing really well, and so is Mama Sai and Mama Ty. So make sure you come back and join us in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
And now for the 9-week bump.